Hi, Lauren. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see ya.
Yeah, I haven't seen you since I Love You, Sally Carmichael.
Oh, yeah, it's been a minute.
It's
That was a fun one.
First of all, congratulations on Grizzly Night. It's just, a white knuckle ride.
Yeah, amazing. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching it.
I'm just amazed at how cool the Utah backdrop looks in this film. It's
Yeah.
they've done a great job in the sets for this.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when I read the script, I knew exactly where we could film this in Utah, and it was all I could think about. So I was really happy that we were able to bring the production here.
Was there a big audition process for the role of Joan?
No, we started the quest to find a script as a group of four film school friends. So it was me and my husband Tyson, and then Burke, the director, and his wife Kelly. All four of us met in California in film school, and we'd been talking about it for years, and kind of decided we'd try to find a script and see if we could make a feature. Um, and then Burke reached out to Katie, Katrina Mathewson, one of the writers, who we also went to school with, and she and her writing partner Tanner had written the script a few years before.
Mm.
And he texted us and was like, "Oh, Katie has a bear script," and I was like, "Okay," and sent it to me, and I read it on the plane, and I was drawn in immediately. And like I said, could picture where we could film it, and being an actor, I think it was always sort of assumed that I'd be in the project.
Hmm.
But we weren't specifically looking for anything that had this like crazy strong female lead. And Joan was so incredible. And I think I was almost shocked by how quickly Burke was like, "Yeah, obviously you'll play Joan." And then it was like really never talked about again. And I was honored that he read that and thought of me and didn't feel like looking any further. I offered it a couple of times out of nerves, I think, but
It was well, it's a great role. I mean,
yeah.
and you did so well. I mean, and there's a lot of you in Joan, isn't there?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's too why the thought of it was a little bit intimidating. And I think that we had talked through, I think we could have probably gotten somebody pretty recognizable interested because of how great the role is. And so there was a little bit of pressure there, but when reading it, I was like, I know who this is. And so that made it a little less intimidating, but still really fun to work on.
Going back to film school does not really prepare you that much for the reality of being on sets, does it?
It, I would only disagree because of my personal experience at Chat. So we went to Chapman in Southern California, and I actually was a part of the first cohort of screen acting majors.
Mm.
And because of that, we got to do a lot of our classes in the theater department. And then we actually took editing, directing, producing, um, television, TV studio, a bunch of classes. And we ended up as actors getting to be on a lot of sets because there were a bunch of grad students making their thesis films. So I felt really prepared from an actor standpoint. I don't know how often, folks get to be on sets as in the other majors at film school, but I felt really prepared in
Oh,
that
that's
way.
great. I mean,
Yeah.
I was at SC and
Mhm.
man, everything they taught me was wrong.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think there's definitely a difference between being in class and being on a set, even like a student film set. Um, but I'm still, to your point, we learned so much making this movie, like just being in it and surrounding ourselves with people who knew what they were doing.
Do you enjoy being in front of the camera more than being behind the scenes, or
That's sort of shifting. I think there's a kind of a narrative right now that's been going on for maybe the last like 5 or 10 years among actors that are, if you want to work, you have to make the work yourself. And I hated that because I'm like, I want to show up and I want to do my job that I was trained for. And I don't want to have to come up with everything or also be a writer and a director. Um, but working on this film was so fun. And I'm actually in pre-production on another feature we're going to shoot here in Utah right now. I'm in the gear room. Um, I have had a blast producing and really like I find the casting process really fascinating. It's really fun as an actor to get to watch other actors' submissions, and sort of see that process from this side of it too.
As audiences discover Grizzly Night, what do you think they'll take away from the experience of watching it?
I I hope that they take away. Obviously, there's a great message in there that the writers were really intent on getting through. That even though this was a tragedy that happened, there's not really a villain as much as it's you respecting nature, everybody coexisting together, things like that. I know that they really wanted to avoid sort of the Jaws route of creating this villainous animal that then people had all these fears of. So obviously taking away that message, but also just the fact that it was this ensemble piece, this group of real people who came together under major stress and conditions to go out and help their fellow humans, I think is such a great message of the movie and really is how it felt on set. We were a group of strangers that really quickly became family while we
Yeah,
were filming outside at night.
I think night shoots do that more than day shoots, is that you have to have a certain amount of trust and camaraderie with the other actors
Absolutely.
to pull it off.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so different to be, we were a couple hundred feet away from any sort of trailers, crafty, and in between takes, you're huddling together next to the heat lamp with the director and the DP, and your crew members. So you really get close pretty fast.
Yeah, and I think the story is such a well-written piece, and it does go beyond just, an animal chasing you.
Mhm.
It's all about that looking out for the other guy type storyline, which I really liked.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was to my point earlier. I think I was like, "Oh, a bear movie. I don't think I'm gonna like this." And then reading it, I mean, it's so well written. The relationships are so great, and the way a lot of these people kind of stand up and really step in to the responsibility that's kind of thrust upon them is wonderful.
And I like your score. It's a great score.
Oh, amazing. Yeah. That's fun. I mean, that's one of those things that the core four of us that was just one of those things you never think about, or I don't think about that much. And so then all of a sudden you're making decisions, and getting options and choices and it really does make a difference. It makes me, now I listen to scores and movies way differently.
I do too. I've been doing this for a little bit, and
Yeah.
yeah, scores really mean a lot because it's one of those things that underlines the film, shouldn't take it over, but
Hmm.
underlines it. And if it's done properly, it adds to the suspense and terror of what's going on.
Absolutely. Yeah.
How was the Utah Film Commission to work with?
Amazing. They were so amazing, and I think we were nervous. There was a lot of stuff we kind of faced going into the film. Obviously, wanting to get the tax incentives
Mhm.
was huge, and so making sure that we were within all of those parameters. They were so helpful, so excited that a movie like this was coming to the state. I think they're real film lovers over there too. So I think they loved the script. And so they were really helpful in making sure we got all of our paperwork in on time.
Mhm.
And then they visited the set and of course, did the crew survey afterwards. And Derek from the Film Commission called us. He said that it was one of the first times they've gotten the reviews back, and everybody gave a glowing review of working on the film, which was really meaningful to us as
Yeah, it was a hundred
producers.
percent. And Derek
Yeah.
is such a good guy. I've known Virginia
Oh
and
yeah.
Derek forever, and
Hmm.
they're incredible people. What's your next project? I'm curious.
Yeah, I am working on a film called Salt and Honey. We start shooting on March 23rd in Helper, Utah, and the whole film takes place in Helper. It's kind of a love letter to small town Utah, and Amy Redford is directing it. Sky Emerson wrote the script. She's from here as well. It's an amazing script, so that's really exciting.
Amy Redford is just amazing, just
Hmm.
amazing uh, when it comes to understanding a script and film. You got yourself a great bunch of people satelliting you.
Absolutely. I'm really excited. It's been so fun. They've been amazing to let me jump in and learn so much on this.
Yeah, we're proud of you to be here and working. You're making this a lot easier for other filmmakers.
Well, I think that's the point. I think Tyson and I, when we moved here from California, we were like, we want it to be worth our while to do what we love. And we showed up and it's already here. The people here are incredible at their jobs. And so it's just championing that and making sure people come out and work here.
Yeah, we lost Sundance, but I think it's the hole is going to be filled with a lot of other great little film festivals that
Yeah.
in fact, I think ZIFF is going on now, right?
Yeah, yeah, I know. We have a short premiering on Saturday there. So that's exciting.
I have a movie I executive produced as well in the film festival, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the audience thinks. But
Yeah, absolutely. What's the film?
it's called Buster Brooks.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I remember when that was happening. That's so exciting.
Yeah, well, it's interesting, but
Yeah,
yeah, we're all excited. But
good.
it's
Well,
wonderful to catch
congrats.
up with you. We got to get
Yeah, you
together.
too. I know, I'd love to.
What the heck? Why aren't we best buddies? I just friended you, so look for that.
Okay, I will.
And terrific talking with you and catching
Yeah,
up.
you
And
too, Tony.
say hi to Tyson.
I will, absolutely.
All right, you take care and have a great day.
Thank you. You too.